Last episode, the sorcerers fell into autumn, where they were met with a dinosaur-filled jungle and Tybalt, the second of the missing children. He and the sorcerers struck a deal that if they won a game he dubbed Dino Wars, Tybalt would return home with them. If they lost, however, they would all be turned into dinosaurs. After a rousing battle that saw Marcus turned into a shark, new spells slung left and right, and some finagling of rules on Tybalt's side, the sorcerers won, and Tybalt agreed to accompany them home. Now the sorcerers head towards the volcano, where they will sleep through winter to arrive in spring and find the last missing child.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Sorcerous Origins, Sidney Steinberg's favorite actual play D&D series. I'm your Coliseum Master Will Peña, and today I'm joined by most of the Sorcerers. We have Clayton Currie.
Gaius Maximus.
Maya Torre.
Avalon Valerius.
Sarah Sherwood.
Clio Meliora.
And Riley Sibdug.
Marcus Prosperus.
Unfortunately, Sydney couldn't be with us today, but we are, with their permission, moving on with the long rest before we move all the way on to spring.
Neil is getting the actual long rest. We're calling this a long rest episode while we are being stuff. Neil is the only one who's actually like, alright, see you guys later.
That's true. We just finished off with the Dino Wars. You guys moved on towards the volcano part of this inverted sphere. And you're all kind of settling down inside this cave as you watch the ash fall outside. And yeah, Aemil goes over and starts talking to the kids. And just
way to go.
A little bit out of the way, a little bit bonding with these two siblings.
Good for them. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what's it for, like it's funny because you guys came in here kind of unprepared. What does settling down for this hibernation literally mean to you guys?
Oh, we have to hibernate through winter? Is that the I think for Gaius it's a lot of just the sort of similar setting up camp, gathering some stuff for a fire, and then setting out a bedroll.
Camp God Gaius.
Like
full survivor, like pitching
survival.
a fucking good. Good. Yeah, I'd echo that, is that like, even if we don't have all of our stuff, we've been on the road for at least 2 weeks to be like, all right, I guess. It's like one of those things where I won't speak for everybody, but it almost makes sense for a bunch of these city slickers to just like have a list of things of like, what does it mean to settle down? Campfire. Where it's like, these are the things that we do because this is what you do when you're settling down on the road.
Yeah. It's actually tattooed it on my arm. It's build a fire, find water.
Don't climb any rocks.
Don't eat the weird colored mushrooms.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think very similar, very, very similar. But I think I just have this image of Avalon looking at the hard ground, sighing, and then beginning to stuff.
Good.
Yeah. The fire's lit. Tybalt helps out where he can. Arya also. Arya doesn't actually have any power in this domain besides the wings and stuff, but Tybalt is able to conjure things and move things around for you and make things easier and more comfortable inside this little cave.
Did Will say dinosaur pillow?
Aww.
Dinosaur feather pillow.
Little dinosaur pillow?
Dino down.
Dino down.
Multi-million-dollar profitable idea right there. Can we just keep that trademark TM?
Is there anything you have to do during this long rest, or is this the whole episode?
That's it. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm curious the order. Because who wants to talk first?
I can go first. I have a small thing.
Okay. I also have a small thing that I need input on from the squad, so I will go next.
Okay. After camp is sort of set up, I think Gaius is just gonna take a minute going back towards the entrance of the cave, and I don't know if it's just like a walk up into cave, or if it's like a cave on a ledge on a cliff, or
Yeah, the cave's at the base of the volcano. It's just carved directly into the mountain. There's not really any kind of slope to it at all. It's everything's still cold. It's still got that kind of fall chill, but if you were to put your hands on the walls of the cave, it'd be warm to the touch. And yeah, like I said, there's ash falling as the smoke, accumulates in the sky and comes back down. And as you go out to the edge of this cave, you get a look back at that tropical forest, which, as the longer that Tybalt isn't there to kind of put out those magics, is wilting and withering, and the leaves are falling. It's autumn.
and I think Gaius just sort of steps like right outside. I think the ash falls, but if you'll allow it, Will, I have that feature that I've used once where I can just sort of stop rain.
Oh yeah,
weather in a 10-foot radius. Just keep the ash not falling on me, and just sit out there and take a debrief moment from the last 2 seasons we just speed ran. And he's going to think about what it means to have come here and where the +1s are, and specifically where the hell is Felix, and get a little bit worried and just sort of sit there in a quiet angst.
Mm. Would you like to make a perception check?
Oh God! Making me roll dice.
You
when I
just
don't have
told
dice.
us we were
I'm like-
gonna need
I
dice.
never said that. What did
I'm
I
this
say
far
that?
out of iced tea already. Everyone needs to be so nice to me this episode. I'm under caffeinated.
Yes.
With all my bonuses included.
One.
Yeah.
You've more than anyone I know. You've gotten more like 1s, 0s, and -1s on this show.
Listen, you gave me the opportunity to not have a 7 and an 8 in my, or an 8 and a 9 in my stats. I suffer. I'm like those medieval guys that are getting penance.
Yeah.
Or we
Yeah.
don't.
Nothing to notice. The ash just kind of builds up in that perfect 10-foot sphere around you.
That's all I really had. Was just taking a moment, maybe
That's good.
take
Yeah,
a stick and
sorcerers deserve it.
just
Good.
doodle in the ash on the ground.
I love that actually.
Anyone else?
I am gonna try and assemble the squad if I can. If Gaius is having Gaius time, I will assess later. I just want to let everyone know, like, hey, I'm gonna try and call our friends. Anything specific you want me to say besides we're good and we're alive and I hope you are too?
Marcus turned into a shark.
I really need to see the reaction when that news is
You know,
delivered,
that's
so I'm actually
actually
gonna wait
so-
on that one. Yeah.
Yes, that's very fair.
There's like very little in life that I have like that I'm anticipating in like a very good way right now, and I'm not gonna let that slip through my
No,
fingers.
that
So
makes sense.
actually,
I'm sure they already might have made this decision, but if they are still in our world, to go back to the group of Telnar that we were traveling with,
that's good.
or like describe where they are, because they very well could not be there.
Yeah, like where are you? Hope you're good and alive. We are those things. And
Good.
if you're still on Earth, go find the boys. Go find our pals.
Okay. Do we have an idea of how much time has passed for us since we got here? Like a couple of hours or like just one day?
You can try to make an Arcana check, but it's gonna be hard because you have no frame of reference.
But no, I don't mean like in relation to them. I just mean for us. And
It's been a few hours, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, not very long at all.
It has been one doozy of a fucking day.
Couple of hours, probably.
Oh, Gee willikers. It really does it.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
How does Marcus
27. Fuck.
Gotta get rid of two
Sorry.
words in there.
Yeah.
Guess which two they're gonna be? The same two they always are every single time. Every single
Cleo.
time. Pretty close.
It's I'm
every
sorry.
single time it is.
Oh.
Every single time we do one of these, I give me a minute. I need to take a moment. This hurts every time.
So do you want to get that sending off now, or shall we?
Yeah, no, do something else while I'm
Okay.
figuring. And then I'll circle back.
Clayton, you were gonna ask something?
How does Marcus look within the depths of a volcano?
Yeah. I mean, I think like there's something to be said about he got like Clio healed his surface wounds, and the Telnari fed him like, you know, good berries, which I have the feeling that like Clio kind of dealt with the surface stuff, and that kind of got all the ash and dirt like out of the lungs. He's an internal. But I think like if we have a fire set up, like, you know, you can still see the burns like on Marcus's arms. I think that's like what got the most of it. And I think he's probably just like, you know, after having this slight meeting about sending and stuff, just kind of sitting on the log, just looking at the fire. He's not like scared of it or anything, but just very much like when you zone out, and that's the direction that he's zoning out in. But I think that like if Gaius is around actually like next to him or whatever, I think Marcus is kind of like zoning, and like you get the idea that he's somewhere else. But I think out of nowhere, probably if you're sitting next to him, he just goes like, "Who's Antilles?"
He works at the Coliseum. He's another competitor.
He was shot down by multiple arrows in your vision, and when asked, you said that he's somebody we should hope we never come into contact with, but with our luck, that's never really worked out for us. And if this is somebody that we need to worry about, then better to have more information to do so.
For his current situation, I have as much information as everyone else. A long time ago, we were very close. We grew up together. We were the two kids that were always running around. But we grew apart as we got older, and I haven't spoken to him personally in years. I don't know that much about him anymore, I'm afraid.
Well, I don't hope that he's dead, but if he's going to be trouble, let's hope the arrows slow him down long enough.
I've seen bigger things slow him down less. So here's to hoping.
Marcus, what's your passive insight?
My passive, oh fuck. Damn it. Sorry, I just made a new character who has fucking crazy ass like stats. She's insane. And so you asked me for passive insight, and I was gonna be like, oh well, William, it's actually 25. But yeah, have fun with that, Clayton, when we play.
Oh no, is that? Oh god.
But I realized I'm not playing that character, so let me look and see. 14.
14. And Clayton, do you know off the top of your head what Gaius's like charisma or deception?
Charisma is 14, so +2.
Yeah.
I think I have proficiency in persuasion, but not deception, performance, or intimidation.
Gaius is not lying to you. You don't get that at all. No like hostility or anything there. But there is something that's not. There's a big something that he's talking around.
Yeah, I think that like I think Marcus catches that but like will mostly leave that agency in Gaius's hands. But I think Marcus does probably just like shoot you a look that is not judgmental or anything, but is one of those things of like I think there's the showing of like I'm aware that you aren't telling me something and I'm not gonna push you to do so, but like you can do with that like what you I think Marcus just kind of gives a look. And I think there's probably in a weird way this type of I don't know how much of this you're getting, but I think there's like an empathy as well of like again, it's not judgmental. It's this almost like you don't want to talk to people about like what happened in your past and how you're feeling. Godspeed. I have no way to judge you, but I'm also a person who has done that and look where it's fucking gotten me. So it's just this kind of knowing look at you.
Noted. Thank you.
How are the send-ins coming along? Sarah?
You're muted, baby.
It's because I was counting. Sorry, I was counting to myself quietly, and I didn't want that on the. It's very funny. There are transcripts of episodes where you read it, and you can see people like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm like, oh, I know what part of the episode this is then because I'm counting. Yes, I'm at 25. I did the damn thing.
Fantastic.
Can we hear it?
No, I'm gonna text it to Will. Okay. I'm gonna cast a little sending to Madigan.
Madigan, gotcha.
Yes. Wouldn't it be funny if I called like fucking Cecilia or someone just like, hey Bessie, like, hey girl. Okay. Are we ready? We're okay. Where are you? Stay with the group if you can. Please take care of the others. Tell them mom says you're in charge.
That's very good.
Thank you.
I got 26.
I could
be
3,
wrong.
4, 5,
I
6,
was
7,
counting
8, 9,
slow.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Impossible. Not possible.
Impossible
sendings
burger.
is clearly
Not possible.
sent?
Great.
Oh, I should.
Now, which one of us rolls a d20? Because there's a 5% chance, right? that-
I don't want to roll it. It scares me too much. So
Okay. Was it a D or is it a D10? What's
it's a D20.
Be a D20 or a D100. Anything that has
Why
a
am I
5% chance.
Why is my Zoom like changing colors to you guys? Like when I lean, it's
Oh, a little bit,
A
yeah.
little bit. It's getting a little pink.
all right.
gamer?
The room is
Uh,
hello.
you feel it sends through. It breaks.
Thank God. I was gonna cry if you made me do it again.
And wait till you get that message. Madigan responds. Love to hear from you. We're with Telnari. It's been 6 days.
Fuck.
Will, you know
Come
how
on, you bitches.
this.
Shitheads.
Will.
I hate this game. Fuck off.
6 days already?
Yeah.
No, go ahead and
says,
finish your sending.
We wanted to stay, but Enola and Aelfric, what am I at, 20? I think I'm at 20.
You dropped the 6 days on us, and any counting that
Yeah.
was happening was no longer happening, I can assure you.
But Enola
The
and
power
Aelfric,
of my like panic is gonna just inspire her to get extra words or something, I think.
said you would be okay.
They were
Nice.
mostly right.
Can we get a cutscene of how all the plus ones are feeling and interacting? And maybe not now, but at some point.
Yeah, sure. So that's what you get back.
All right. Hey, team. I don't actually want to be the person who tells you this. This is not fair. So, okay, I'm just gonna, here's how we're gonna do. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna message Gaius. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna message Gaius. I'm gonna say, tell him we've been here for 6 days. The plus ones have been alone for 6 days.
Well, not alone with the Delnar.
Oh, I was joking. Okay.
Listen, they're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
They're
They're with the
fine.
Delnar. Everything's fine.
Do we want to be adults about this and say this out
No.
loud?
We've
Please?
been here for 6 days.
Cool. Sorry.
Listen,
Which
they're
is
fine.
not
Everything's
right. We have not.
been
Have
here
we?
6 days. No.
No, we've
We
been here for a
Well,
couple of
Five
listen,
hours.
apparently we have.
Some kind of
I'm gonna turn to Arya. We met Arya first, right? Yeah, because Tybalt was diagnosed. Were we like asleep on that stone pedestal thing for 5 days?
On the stone pedestal.
Like wherever when we got here, did you see us like at any point for 5 days there?
you all stepped right into my bandstand, and then we fell right onto the pedestal in autumn.
How long have you been here?
Oh, couple days.
All right.
Hard to say. The sky doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
All right.
And their mother said that she was looking for them for a few weeks, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
So what are we thinking? Like hours to days, roughly?
Perhaps.
Tybalt
Okay.
comes in. It might not be that direct of a comparison.
What a smart kid.
Actually,
No. I'm sure it isn't, but if I mean, sure, I'll confront. Do you think it'll stay steady? I mean, if it's approximately, do you think I mean, if we are here another 2 hours, could it be another 2 weeks, or will it stay kind of the same approximation? Does that make sense?
Yeah, let me gonna roll something for Tybalt.
yeah.
While it's rolling, out of
Physics,
character,
Tybalt.
was there a time on the rift? Did we have to get to
No.
the rift by a certain point?
No.
Okay. Just
This is
making
not,
sure.
this is not the Dark Starkling.
I'm mixing up campaigns.
I know, I knew you were, because I had the exact same feeling where it's like, oh fuck, like we're on a timeline. Well, we're good. We got all the time in the world.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. I don't. We would need more points of interaction to really figure out exactly how time is passing.
Sure. Yeah,
Can
that's
I-
fine.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Oh, could I have can I make an Arcana check, and can I have it with advantage because I casted Commune with City and I looked specifically for a link between the material plane and the Feywild?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
Will, can I also make an Arcana check with advantage? Not for anything in particular, not just to roll.
Nah.
Fair enough.
I got a 16.
16.
It's better than a 15 if you think about it.
That's true.
You were 16 years old once, Will.
No, sorry, I'd say you don't have enough information.
That's fine. Will was actually never 16.
That's
He actually
exactly what I
skipped
said.
over that year.
I
remember.
thought I wish that was me.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys
That's okay.
need more info.
Well,
Okay, so all right. Well, regardless of that, it's been 6 days there, a couple hours here. We just have to get out. as soon as possible.
We finish what
Now
we're
we gotta
doing
begin.
here and we get back.
Vacation
Yeah.
here. Oh, I wanted to go say bye to what was his name? Stone Tree?
Stone Pine.
Stone Pine.
He's gone.
You will meet him in your dreams.
Yeah, in another world.
I'm looking this mixed up. Yeah.
Poor Gaius.
I mean, at least they're okay. At least they're.
Yes, at least.
Yeah,
I mean,
that helps.
I wish it felt more like it helps.
Yeah.
If nobody else has anything that they would like to do in this moment, I think Marcus fucking once again feels the weight of his notebook in his pocket with the arrival of bad news and is going to fucking walk off.
Okay.
Going to stand up and go, excuse me. And I'll like go outside, I'll go outside the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's still that ash sprinkling down from the sky.
How close are like trees or anything?
It's a short walk.
I fucking walk. Like Marcus goes and just walks and walks and walks until is in the middle of this decaying forest.
Mm-hmm.
And I think again that weight is in his token. I think just fucking takes the book and just fucking throws it, just absolutely gets it away from him, just at a tree or something. And I have I have the idea that this image of it hitting and then
Perfectly open.
Open.
Yeah.
I think Marcus is getting really worked up and is holding his arms, and again the skin feels different now. It's harder and more leathery, and I think that it's just this bubbles up out of him in that he throws it and looks at the book and just goes why did you do that to me?
Words start to form on the book.
I think I don't look at him for 30 seconds. And then we'll walk over and look to see what it says.
I didn't do anything to you, Marcus.
Then what did? No one else's does this to them.
And yours does. And it's great sometimes.
And sometimes I'm sitting there with ash in my lungs.
Such is the price of power.
No. Why me? Why me? Everybody's getting... If you want to thrust magic onto people, then fine. But if you're going to ask them to pay a price, you need to be upfront with a fucking deal. Why me?
I didn't choose you, Marcus.
Then... Then why? Then why any of us?
Because for some reason or another, you are exceptional.
I nearly died. And when I was sitting there trying to get any ounce of respite or cold or anything, your magic that you did and gave me did nothing.
I didn't give you anything. I don't get why you keep attributing this to me.
Because what else am I supposed to attribute it to?
Yourself. It's your magic, Marcus.
You're right. It is mine. It's my magic, which means I get to make it into what I want it to be.
No more writing on it.
I think like he puts his foot underneath it and like does that thing where you can like kick something up a little bit, like just kind of kicks it and grabs it and shuts it. And I think is like this fucking close to dropping it. Like it would be so easy to just like drop this thing in the fucking soil. And he doesn't. He holds on to it, but he doesn't put it back into his pocket. And I think that like is funny because you talk about the bell, right? You talk about the bell in episode 1 and like the reverberations and stuff. And so we've kind of always felt that inside of us, right? We've felt like a certain resonance.
Yeah.
And I feel like Marcus is feeling that still, but there's this sense of like, you know what? The notebook's like, right, like this, whatever fucking gave this to me, it's mine. And if it wants me dead in the fucking ground, then whatever. But like, I'm taking what is now inside of me and I get to sculpt it into what I need it to be and what I will it to be. And mechanically, Marcus now has 1 level in Bard, which is very exciting. But also deeply saddening in this scene. Empowering, but also in a tragic kind of way. But yeah, I think Marcus, like, again, so close to just leaving the notebook. And I think we'll like stay out there for a little bit to like cool down. Like he's not going to go straight back to the cave. He'll probably spend like 20 minutes out there and then eventually make his way back.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to make a perception check?
Sure. Yeah, I guess.
He keeps asking that to people that go outside.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
That is a 13.
No, nothing to notice.
Okay. Well, that was heated.
Yeah.
While, unless you had something to say, Will.
I think at this point in the evening, again the eclipse in the sky, but the Earth Elemental has come back.
No, it only lasts an hour.
Its way out of the wall, and now Aemil is trying to banish it. Is kind of facing it off cat and mouse style.
Good for them.
Trying to get it out.
Aemil's like the only functional bitch in this
I
house.
know.
I'm trying to be functional, but I got thrown
I'm
into the
not.
dimension.
Good for you. I'm glad you're trying. That makes one of us. I'm glad you're trying.
Could I talk to Clio if that's possible, if Marcus is away? And I don't know what Gaius is doing.
Well,
I'd like
Marcus.
If you need a minute, I'll step out.
No,
I'll go
I
help
can just-
Aemil with the Earth Elemental.
Thank you.
Step out of the cave and immediately get rocked by this.
Oh no!
You were my child!
Clio and Avalon just watching this like, well, I'm sure they'll figure it out.
It's a 2-person job.
Yeah. I think they've got that under control. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. Clio, I've been meaning to talk with you about something. Well, actually, I should probably how are you doing? holding up with everything the going, as you said, losing it in the maze or
Yeah. Honestly, Avalon, I'm gonna fully level with you. That was fine. Like that was that was fine.
mm. That's I'm glad to hear it, and I had also wanted to, and you don't of course have to speak to me about this if you don't want to, but about your the vision in the cave. I know you seemed very
Yeah.
with your
Yeah.
ex. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought mine was bad, but
No, yeah, I mean, fuck, what do we do? I mean, these fucking boys. It's what are you gonna do? At this point, you think you know somebody and they fuck your life up. And you have to decide what to kind of do about that, I guess. And that sucks to be in that spot, but at least I'm not married to him, you know? So yeah. But it's fine mostly. It's fine until I think about it for too long, and then it's kind of not fine. But until that happens, it's fine. So it's fine.
That's good.
You didn't have like a great time either, though. Are you
me?
Yeah, are you like coping and stuff?
Oh, of course.
Like in a real way and in like a true and real way, or in like the way that I say it's fine when it's not fine way?
In probably this a very similar way. I was
okay.
going to. It's I think it's you have this is the cards that I was dealt. This is the bed that was made for me, and but actually what I did want to, sorry, I feel a bit silly. You mentioned a couple of days ago, in front of the campfire, that you were going to do better. And at that moment I didn't quite I didn't understand why you would say that. Especially I think to me, and perhaps I still don't quite understand why to me, but I wanted to tell you that I get it now. I understand to do better next time, and to tell you that I suppose this is me trying to do better by you.
I appreciate that, but I don't. You've done no wrong in my eyes.
Well,
Avalon.
you've done no wrong in my eyes, so.
Well, I did kind of leave you to die in the Albaceous house. That was kind of, I was with Augustus.
No, you.
I was drowning Augustus with Gaius. Is that where I was? Yeah, I think so. While his house was burning down, that was great. Awesome, good times.
If you had taken the time to communicate with me, I would have told you to leave and help them in the house.
I feel like there have been a few times when I feel like and it's not just you. I know part of it is projecting with the Madigan situation and everything. I feel like I'm not always there when you need me. You remind me of her a lot, and when she was gone, that was worse. And I want you to know that I'm here for you, and I mean, it feels dumb to be like, oh, I would hate if anything bad happened to you, because of course, but like I would really hate for something to happen, especially knowing that I could help and if I'm not there. And
I understand. And I feel very similarly to you, and I'm not known for my explicit kindness. I've been a bit of rude at some at some points, I think, especially with the coming on this mission to tell not. No, don't shake your head. I know what I was, and I know what I am, and
I needed it. I wasn't. I shouldn't. It would have been bad if I stayed. I mean, I'd be
Perhaps.
dead, right? Like Regulus would have come and like clocked my ass, and I'd be gone.
who's
So there's
to
that.
say what that
Me?
worm would do.
That's true. No, that's good.
But maybe it would have been bad, but you still were valid in your concerns about leaving. A bit you talked about projecting. I think that was a big projection on my part as well.
I mean, it all worked out. So now we're in Dinotopia in a volcano. So
true. Yes.
Life's crazy.
What you guys passive perception?
Why the fuck would you ask?
16?
Passive perception?
Yeah, see, your problem was asking the boys. Your problem was asking the boys like
17?
You guys both notice Tybalt is farther in the back of the cave, seems to be writing something on the wall, like carving something in. Arya is doing a very poor job of hiding the fact that she is eavesdropping on your conversation.
I'm fine with that.
Honestly, this is good.
Yeah,
good for her.
We're being positive female role models, talking about our feelings and communicating.
I'm being a positive male role model by walking into the woods and throwing something against a kid. We're all doing
Here's
our
to
part.
talk about my family history.
She like drops something and goes oops, and like walks closer to you guys and picks it up.
I just kind of look at Avalon like, do we want to address that? Okay.
I think it's fine.
We're gonna be fine, Avalon. We're gonna
me? I've never had a boyfriend before.
Don't. Hey, can I give you like a fun, like a real piece of advice? Hey, Arya. I don't want to say don't do it, because what if you meet someone really nice? Just make sure you know somebody, you know? Like you want to really get to know someone.
You have someone in mind with that, Clio?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Do you have a crush?
Wait.
Maria.
Really think about this one, Will.
For the pure comedy, not implying Gaius heard anything else in the conversation, but just Tybalt 2.
Wait, what? I'm
in reference to the Arya don't.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
No boyfriends. Just like you can have a boyfriend, just not if they're gonna like brainwash you or like be mean or anything. Just normal things. Just like the first time he wipes your memory, leave.
Collaborate with the would-be dictator. Don't do that either.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
And definitely don't almost get married to them. Either of them, actually.
I don't want to get married. I just want a boyfriend.
That's fair.
So real.
But
she's just like me for real. Sorry.
Also, I don't think that I can get brainwashed, because I'm a super cool fairy. And
that's true. You're of course.
So.
Well, someone I'm sure will come along.
And brainwash me? And brainwash me?
No, and treat you with respect and the dignity that you deserve as a young lady.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Always make sure they respect you.
Yeah. And if they don't, you just call Avalon and we'll take care of it.
That's true.
Thanks, Clio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna message to Clio like, I don't know how to be cool around children.
I have fucking no clue. I have no idea. I'm trying so hard. I have not seen a child in so long.
I don't think I've ever interacted with a child before, legitimately. It's very, they don't bring a lot of children to any events.
At the
I'm an only
Prosperus,
child.
did I talk to any of the kids, any of Marcus's family that were kids? No, I don't think I did.
Oh,
I talked to the teenage. I talked to the teenage one. I
Stop
forgot
fucking
about them.
Drusus at the end.
That's so funny.
I did forget that we went to the Prosperuses.
Well, I didn't talk to any of those kids. I don't know any of those, I don't know any of those little tiny motherfuckers. Yes, cool. Everything's cool, I think. Cool.
I'm gonna go help banish the Earth Elemental.
That sounds like fun.
That sounds great.
She like flutters off. Literally.
That's good. I look at Avalon and go, I think that went fine. I think we interacted normally with that.
I think that was
was
an
fine,
excellent
probably.
interaction. Yeah.
That was good.
As she exits the cave. She says, you have funny words, Avalon Valerius. And keeps flying.
I like your funny words, magic man.
Ugh. I miss the era. This is a sidebar. I miss the era where every like couple of slides on TikTok it would go, "Without Clio, I'm a broken man," and I'd have to go, "Oh no." Okay. Should we go check on Marcus? Do you want to go? I dropped the 6 days. I mean, I made Gaius do it, but I dropped the 6 days bomb on everybody, and I already kind of, left our friends behind. So I don't really want to do that.
Leave the friends behind. You didn't leave them behind.
Oh.
I think that's just something that happens.
I sure will.
You don't have to blame yourself so much.
I don't have to, but it's just so easy.
That is true. I'll drink to that.
Cheers. Do you want to go check on Marcus?
It's probably for the best.
I think one of us should, and I'm not feeling like the right person to do it.
That's quite all right. Well, good talk.
Good times. I'm gonna go call our magic parents, maybe. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah, I just can kind of do that now. So I'm just gonna go see what the fucking deal is. So yes, you two have fun. And
let's follow Avalon out of the cave.
What I was gonna say is just like in character wise, I feel like Marcus would eventually make his way back. I feel like this and I can totally do it whenever if other people would like to wait on their stuff. I have a feeling this might be like a everybody else is asleep, like closer to when everybody is tucking in thing. I also can do it now, either way, but just like I was imagining that Marcus will eventually make his way back, and then right before we all go to sleep.
She doesn't have to pierce your ears now. I just wanted to check on you. That could be 2 interactions.
I feel like I also kind of imagine that she'll go out and see you like either like walking back through the cave and he's like, well, he's coming back and he looks like
yeah, okay, then if this could be a separate thing, that's fine. But I just wanted to figure out the timing. Yeah. But yeah, then I think like because I said he was out there for like 20 minutes and you guys probably talked for like 5 or 10 or whatever. We probably meet up along the way. Like Marcus is exiting the forest as you're like coming up to it. He looks haggard. He looks a little worse for wear.
Let's stick with Clio then.
Yeah.
Clio, what are you up to?
I'm gonna cast Legend Lore.
Sick. Very cool.
Sorry, yeah. I just can do that now, so I've decided to make it I'm gonna have to pull up for the Twitter or something all of the texts I sent that are like, hey, well, how scared are you now that I have Legend Lore? Like, how terrified is everyone in this chat now? I'm gonna unlock the hidden knowledge. So welcome to level 9, Clio. This is the kind of nightmare I've become.
What
Very excited about it.
What does legend lore look like for Clio?
It's a great question. Let me just Google legend lore really quick. I should probably know something about this spell. 5e.
Sarah casting legend lore and finding out incredibly important things about spiritual entities.
I'm gonna throw Duncan in there too.
Yeah.
Lore is, I love it as a DM. Lets me lore drop.
Yeah.
Times.
And then, but then you have to lore drop. Then you have to tell us the things that we want to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Casting time 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah. I just can know stuff now. I feel like she probably has like a notebook or something that she can like rip pages out of and just kind of I'm gonna cast it on the origins. I want to know what their deal is. And I think she just starts writing down like everything that she knows about them, like just to take stock of what she already knows, and just kind of like it like just kind of makes her little conspiracy theory board, like just spreads all her notes out and is trying to like draw these patterns like between things and like find these connections. And I think it like kind of turns into like a sigil-esque set of like lines and symbols that she's just kind of focusing on for her 10 minutes.
Gotcha. All right. So you do all that. You feel a connection is formed. And the fire lets out a big like popping and sputtering. And different embers fall on the different papers. And they all start smoldering. And
Okay.
And in the fire, you see an owl. The same form taken in Cecilia's house by the divine soul. You hear in your head as this flaming owl looks at you. Ask your question, Clio Meliora. I am bound to answer.
With this. What or who are what we've been calling the origins? You and the others.
Like flash paper, everything goes up. And it's almost blinding for a second. And you are still in the cave, but you are simultaneously also in that white plane.
I'm in the soup. Okay.
Yes. Like
Back
the
in the
ground
divine
of
soup.
the cave has been replaced by that white liquid. And in front of you, in the same form as on the astral plane, with that half owl, half human, angelic figure, is the divine soul. And she looks down on you. She's standing straight up. She's probably like 6.5 feet tall. She cocks her head to the side. Clio, have you ever had the notion that you weren't real? That you're merely a figment in someone else's dream?
Am I?
It's hard to tell. There is like the weird mouth/beak combination that is happening here. Long ago, as this world came into existence, there was one who dreamt, greater and older than all of us. And in his dream, we were born. Around him, the physical world began to take shape. Dust spiraling in circles became worlds and stars. Oceans crashed into the earth and wrinkled it into mountains. Organisms formed and split, clawing their way onto the clay world above. All of this without magic. All while the great old one slept. But there was emptiness. Pockets that were supposed to be filled.
Sorry?
No problem. But there was emptiness. Pockets that were supposed to be filled. By rights, they were ours. A great wheel lay motionless round the prime material plane, and still he would not wake. Covetously, he kept us within a dream. A world his own, full of such wonders as you could only dream of. And he would watch us with 1,000 eyes as we attempted to take forms, to do as we were meant. It entertained him. Still he would not wake. All while in the prime material, shadows remained empty. Chaos was bound by law and physic. And though so many died without anyone to guide them. For all this time, you humans lived in a pale imitation of a world that should have been. Storms in the sky, but not at your fingertips. With no dragons to war against, you turn on each other. And why wouldn't you? You were so alone. But then he stirred. There was a great resonance, and the cork slipped from the bottle. A moment resembling lucidity. It was enough for a few to escape. And, albeit clumsily, we have begun to find our place in the pockets of this world. Does that answer your question, Clio Meliora?
So before that day in the Coliseum, that was the start for you too.
We existed in turmoil.
But that was the start here. There.
Yes.
Where I come from.
Yes. And you've been opening doors all over the Great Wheel. And we so appreciate it.
Okay. Can I ask you one more thing?
Of course.
Only somewhat related. You don't have to. If the great old one wakes up, are you safe here in the where you are?
Perhaps if everyone were able to turn him away.
Okay. 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 Fine. Thank you.
I'm eager to have more conversations with you, Clio Meliora.
I have a lot more to learn, I think.
And the fire recesses, and the floor turns back to dirt. And
Cool.
we're still here in this cave.
Hey guys, so we disproved the Big Bang a little bit.
What's the Big Bang?
Don't worry about it. Nothing anymore. A theory.
Yeah, Cleo invents the Big Bang Theory.
Just to disprove.
Uninvents it, yeah.
What the hell was she talking about?
Cool, 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 cool,
Okay,
cool.
most
Cool,
of
cool,
them-
cool, cool. No, no, it's fine, 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 you guys. It's fine, it's fine. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. I'm honestly not scared of the Great Old One waking up anymore, so that's fine.
Yeah, do the Origins want the goo to wake up? And
That's the vibe
I think
was
no
getting.
because he'd put them back in the bad place.
I think that's my question is like how much are Regulus and the Origins on
At
the not
odds.
like working together, but like
Yeah.
does Reggie want him to sleep and the Origins want it to wake up? Do they both
Mhm.
want it to sleep but for different reasons?
The problem is the more it wakes up, I think the more my understanding, and I'm gonna have to rewatch this a couple times.
Will would
My
like to set that
understanding.
monologue?
I could.
My understanding is that the more it wakes up, the more agency it has, and letting magic out in the first place was an accident. So presumably, if it wakes up, it gets to start trying to put things back. Maybe, I don't know, I could be wrong. And honestly, like maybe that's not, maybe I don't know, because she said if it wakes up, if we can turn it away, like if we can just put some, I don't know, put a watermelon in the tiger enclosure and let it kind of go crazy. I don't know if that will work. Okay.
All right.
My brain,
So if we
like neurons are firing.
could we trick it?
Also, let me just a quick clarification because that was all that was just
Was it?
talk of me. Yeah.
Well,
Marcus isn't there, and that was more me being like, "What in the world?" Here's what I'm curious about. So I just wanted to.
That was just to Clio. Yes.
Yes.
But I think Gaius could be there if Clio is.
can we have a discussion
I
about
was in the soup. Oh yeah, give me a minute here.
Yeah, I wasn't saying we couldn't. I was just
Yeah,
saying I didn't want anybody to mistake that for like.
Yeah, give Miss her a minute, and then I think she will like. She told Avalon like, I'm just gonna call our parents. No biggie. I can do that now. So I'm gonna go bother them. And then she comes out of the cave like kind of leaning against the wall and a little shaky, just like, guys,
Clio, we got rid of the earth elemental.
guys, I'm so glad. Thank you so much. Because we have something else to talk about now, and I think it's good if we're all a little focused. It's good if we all just I just know all kinds of stuff. Can we sit down? Can we just have a little like team meeting? Just a little family discussion?
Yeah, and Avalon and I can be like walking back up.
Just kind of like,
you know.
come on. Okay. I will recount to the best of my ability with as much clarity as I can. Just try and like restate what she told me and like tell the gang the situation, catch them up to speed. So yeah, so I think we are smaller than we thought.
Do we want this old one to wake up or not?
Here's my question. If all of this came out of again, it's kind of like reading like old holy texts where you're not sure what's literal, but if this came out of a dream that it had, if it wakes up, presumably the dream ends, and then what? Right?
Well, I mean, just from what I understand, the magic is the accident. The magic is the dream. All of them are the dream. I don't know if we're the dream.
No, I don't think we're the dream. Aemil pipes in.
Thank you, Aemil.
Yeah, Aemil would. Fuck.
But if a few of them escape, that means there's more.
I mean,
That
there's more than
means-
us, right? We've proved that much. There are more sorcerers, so there's more spellcasters.
What else is in there?
Probably a lot that would be a little bit less friendly than, you know, Madigan and Welcome. And I mean, probably some stuff that would give Albatius a run for his money. Although I guess we did that too, so. I don't know.
So if we just fly up to the Great Old One, do the old tap one shoulder, we're on the other side. He turns away from
Good,
our
love
world,
it, always
we're
good.
for a millennia?
When have things ever been that easy?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I have to think about it. I don't know. I guess we've got three options, right? Either it sleeps, presumably what it's been doing before. We wake it up and it does whatever it will do. Either it wreaks havoc on the worlds and the world
You
ends.
think it would do?
And or like it's fine, which is not gonna happen. Or it stays stirring. I don't know how we enforce that. But if it stays in the in-between, it has no agency. But it does have agency because it can do stuff to us. We were in the, I mean, Gaius, that was real. Like, that was real power that it had. I'm out of my depth here. I don't know. Fuck that guy. I don't
That was
fucking know.
Regulus?
Yeah.
That's a good point. I thought you said, what about Regulus? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Good point,
it seemed like he summoned the family and what you guys fought in the dream.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's a good
The
point.
Coliseum.
Coliseum.
That
Was the pillars? I don't know.
No, when we were trapped inside our
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's say for now,
Ugh.
asleep is probably the safest option. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't even want to pretend to begin to understand any of this, but
Well, and the origins are out now, right? So if the
That's
great
what I'm
old one
thinking.
stays, right? So then we
If
just kind of.
close.
But then if we're waking it up, I don't know. Because she was like, we're good and we're doing awesome and we're like, whatever she said about the wheel. So then, but if we keep doing that, we wake it up.
Well, it's also safe to assume the origins have their own agenda a little bit.
Yeah, but she had to tell me the truth. Like, this wasn't. She couldn't have been.
I don't think she's lying.
I'm not even lying, but misdirecting, or.
I'm just saying everybody.
Yeah, well, I've got an agenda too. So I'd like to stay alive. And like to keep my friends alive. So we just have to figure out how to do that.
We sleep on it.
Yeah. That's kind of the only option, right? I mean, we can't do anything until we're back in the regular place.
Mhm.
So cool.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
All right, I'm gonna get some shut eye.
Yeah, I think
See you all in 3 weeks.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. call Matt again in the morning, see what fucking time it is.
All right.
Yeah, so it is. So I guess like I don't know if you want to say, "Oh, you all go to sleep." Okay. If everybody's going to sleep,
Won't you?
I'm going to
Staring
lay
at the
there
wall.
in my special area of rock that has been designated as where I sleep. I'm gonna wait until everybody's asleep, and then I would like to rouse Avalon. I need your help.
All right.
I'm sorry for that.
No, it's fine.
Welcome. As the horns.
Right.
I don't know how much you know about her being trapped in a extra-dimensional, terrible place that she goes to every night.
Okay.
And she doesn't remember, but she's alone there. And now she's alone out there with people. This is... Do you still have the rock?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Are you willing to do something probably a little bit wild?
Sure.
I need to get to her. And I think that maybe the best way to do that is to do what I did to her for me.
Oh, all right.
Do you have a lot of experience with jewelry?
I mean, I have a lot of experience with jewelry. I don't know if it's... Yes.
Would you be willing to break apart this rock with me and put the little pieces into my ears?
Yeah, all right. Do you have your ears pierced already?
No.
No?
No.
Do we have any alcohol? I have to sterilize.
We probably have alcohol on this
Get
trip.
an
I'm just gonna
infection.
say there's probably alcohol somewhere. I think like before we kind of, as we said it before you start though, I think Marcus is going to kind of like is like fidgeting with his hand. And he goes, I feel like I can protect us a little bit, but it means casting a spell, which means I could just absolutely blow you to bits, since apparently that's kind of how my stuff works now.
Did you say blow yourself to bits or blow it?
You to bits.
Oh, blow me to bits.
We should probably do this outside.
All right, let's do this outside.
Well, I don't. If I do this, you could get hurt, so.
It's a risk I'm willing to take for you.
I think Marcus fucking hugs you. I think Marcus like, grabs you a little bit. Again, you know that like desperate kind of like it's like it's. I think Marcus just like hugs you and holds you for a little bit of time.
I will hug him back. I do want to describe. I do think it's like one of those, those hugs where the other person isn't expecting it, so they like freeze up, and then you're like, oh my gosh, are they gonna hug them back or not? And then they do like just as tight, is what I'm imagining.
Thank you.
And then also in that moment, can I start unconsciously? I'm very into unconscious spell casting. Can it is unconscious. I cannot emphasize that enough. cast a little spell that was very dearly gifted to me. I would like to cast Claim on Marcus through the power of friendship.
Which this is one of Clayton's homebrewed spells.
Yeah.
This is one of Clayton's homebrew spells.
For those that don't know watching, I have homebrewed a spell for each of the sorcerers that we are going to gain access to when narratively appropriate.
And if you allow me to describe how it manifests, and it also takes 10 minutes, so I think it just starts now. But what I'm imagining is like, I think it's faint enough that you can't really notice it, but like we'll say from a film thing, it like starts at the heart, like a little like glow, kind of like a very pale pinkish glow, and then like travels like through the veins like electricity, and then off into where it touches Marcus, and then it goes through him as well. And that's how I think it works.
Very cool. Would you like to say the mechanics of it right now, or do you want to wait till it becomes
like what it does?
Relevant? Yeah.
I'll wait.
Sounds good. Fantastic. Okay, and what are you doing, Marcus?
I am going to cast Intellect Fortress. I'm going to twin it, which is for the duration, which is up to an hour as long as I'm concentrating. Basically, we have resistance to psychic damage and advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma throws.
Oh, sick.
Which seems like it could be useful with what we're about to do.
Very cool.
So, yeah, I think, like, Marcus just says, like, thank you.
Of course.
The spell is cast.
Yeah, I know.
To roll a d20 for me?
Yes, I will. I wonder, you can't Tides of Chaos this, huh? No.
So.
Then you kind of rig the system. Yeah. That's a 7, baby! Lucky number 7!
Lucky number 7.
So my counter goes up to 2 now. But that's okay. I kind of just needed this one to work. I will go back to casting spells now. Just needed it to be as low as possible for this shenanigan. So we both have advantage on mental saves. The other thing, because I'm a bard now, it allows me to get 1 instrument proficiency, to which I said, no, I don't play any fucking instruments, this doesn't make sense. But I did ask Will if like artisan's tools like would make sense, because that's kind of the bard that Marcus is about creating stuff with his hands. So I do have proficiency with jeweler's tools now. So just maybe we wanted to take that into consideration.
Okay, you got it.
But yeah, I do want to pierce my ears with your claws, dude.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think Marcus eventually like lets go of you. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Angel Olsen literally just started playing on my phone as I was doing this.
Wait, that's crazy because I'm also listening to Angel Olsen right now. Sorry, that's wild. Anyways, bye.
And like lets go of you. And just kind of like still has your hands for a second, and then like drops them, and just kind of pushes his curls aside.
All right, I do get out the alcohol and put it on my hand.
So
all right,
environment. It has to be a sterile environment.
He could get an infection.
This is all by the book.
Under the ashen rain.
And I think while she's prepping that, I'd like to take one of my like sculpting tools, because I do have it, and just like absolutely like hammer into this thing to get like little bits. And I assume like Marcus has like wire or something that he can kind of like is basically fastening these into little earrings.
Yeah, that all works. I don't think we need to roll yet. I think that'll.
Oh yeah. Okay. Work. Cool.
Are there any shards that he knocked out that he didn't put into his earrings?
I just need little baby ones.
I'm just asking if there's like some stuff on the side
Sure.
that like also got chipped off, but you're not going to use.
Yeah.
She's going to take one.
Cool. Gotcha. And do you pierce the ear?
I do pierce the ear.
Just with the tip of your claw?
Yeah, I've never done this
so
before.
small. It's a needle.
I've never
It's
even
so
done it
needle-like.
regular before. I have people for this.
I have people.
People for this. Could we have used a needle? Yes. Did I absolutely want to use Avalon's dragon claws? Uh-huh.
So yeah, I just think from above we see again under this falling ash, Avalon's claws extend. There's a moment of just sharp pain as they pierce through your ear, Marcus. And then I think right as fast as possible you want to get that ear,
Yeah.
right?
I'm fastening it in and like the other one.
Fascinating.
And then we fasten them in, yeah.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, I will. I'll do that. That's the thing that I'll do. With advantage, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 24.
Very
Ooh.
good. Avalon, you see Marcus's eyes flash that obsidian black for just a second, and then it keeps on going, like almost like the sun did as you were falling into autumn. These like cups just like roll past.
What's immediately happening? Everybody calm down. Yeah.
But Marcus, you don't notice it. Avalon's the only one.
All right. Well, it worked.
Great. Guess
You kind of got him. It's gone now, but they went.
I'm sure they did. You're the best friend that I've had in a long time.
And you're the best friend I've had in a long time.
Off to bed, I suppose.
Right.
I help Avalon up so that we can go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys make your way back into the cave. Again, it's not nighttime. It's just this dusk that forms from the eclipse and the ash kind of blocking everything out. But it's as dark as you can get in the autumn of the Feywild. You all go to sleep, and some unknown magic of the cave weaves around you, ensuring a long, deep slumber as you move through winter towards spring. And it's peaceful for everybody, but Marcus begins to dream.
I figured I would. I figured as such.
Marcus, you find yourself instantly awake, instantly upright. The ground is moving beneath you. Around you are these roiling clouds of like light purple fog. And the ground you're on is pliable and you can feel it under your sandals. It's warm as this kind of dusky red flesh skin is underneath you.
Oh no.
And you feel like standing on a skateboard going downhill. Marcus wouldn't know this, but we would know this of that feeling.
Marcus
of
actually does know.
Stop it! No,
Marcus actually
out of here.
Get out. Back on the ranch. I was so skilled at kickflips, William.
and you are hurtling through space,
Cool.
wherever this is.
Uh-huh.
And you just seem to be on this piece of skin. It's not super. It's not. Sorry, not a piece of skin. That's misleading. You're like on like a forearm. There's like small but large to you hairs that are sticking out of it.
What the fuck?
That are like kind of like touching against your legs.
Cool.
And you can see it narrows into a wrist at one point, but the hand is outside of your vision of the fog.
Oh, I ollie off of it. Okay.
Blasting forward for a little while.
Yeah, do I see Welcome anywhere?
No.
This is also different from where I saw her, right?
Yes,
Fuck. How could this have gone wrong? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think just like if I don't see Welcome, as much as hurdling is very scary, I just keep going because I want to get to the place where she is.
And it's that thought that drives you and this arm together as it crashes.
Oh, fuck, it's Welcome.
And it grabs another forearm and another hand comes shooting out of the fog towards you, grabs onto this. Both of them severed from something else. This one is an icy blue, and it holds on. And you wait a second as the sound of skin slapping against skin stops, and climbing up from the space in between, you first see two horns.
It's my sweet baby girl.
Black horns, coming up and getting the handle on this arm. You reach down a hand. She instinctively grabs it, gets pulled up, and her eyes widen as she sees you.
Hi.
Marcus?
Hi. I just grab her. It's a huggy day for Marcus. Like I grab her and I like hold her. I'm like, I'm here. I'm here.
How did you get here again? Oh, those are really cute.
Thank you. They're Avalon's. It's the same as your.
Oh, that's very smart. I wonder, and she like reaches for something and she can't find it, and really, I love the out of the box thinking.
Thank you. Are you all right? I mean,
yeah. And the arms deconnect, and one of them goes to the elbow of the other, and you see that's where it ends. It's not connected to any kind of body, and starts pushing it forward. And you guys lurch again as it starts moving.
can I? Because when I was in the little box place, I cast like a little light like thing, and that helped. I now have light. And I think this is like the first like bard spell that Marcus has. And I think Marcus has not had light before. But I think again with what we talked about earlier of like feels that resonance inside of him and that source inside of him. And is like, I want and need and consciously like want to make this thing right now. I think like just like a little bit like it takes some effort, but can I cast light as a cantrip?
Yeah, totally. You cast light. It floats up in the air around you and illuminates this whole area. It just like banishes the shadows and the fog. And you are left to see. It doesn't illuminate. From the area that you can see, there are many disparate body parts that are floating through here. Some of them feet, some of them torsos, all of them 10 feet long, 15 feet long, 30 feet long. and they reach for each other, and they feel and they touch, and the torsos like collapse, and some of them it takes a little bit, but one of them is a head of this huge humanoid feature, but with those scrunched in features, just like a box for a head, and this like dull gray skin tone, and it's just rotating bit by bit, and as the ones, how long do you say watching this?
I mean, because Marcus doesn't take the light away, so like presumably just for the whole thing. Also, sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier. Marcus leaves the sketchbook with Avalon. Like he takes it out of his pocket, and since we didn't get a chance to actually RP it, I think after Avalon falls asleep, like puts the sketchbook next to Avalon, because even though they just had a fight, Marcus knows that it doesn't like to be here.
Gotcha. Great.
To be clear, Avalon fully didn't fall asleep. She was waiting for you to fall asleep, so she's awake to get it.
So yeah, we can keep on talking with Welcome. Why did you come back?
Because you were alone.
Oh, but that doesn't mean you have to be here too.
It does.
It's a different circus every night. So I don't know what you'll see. And you're gonna have to bring that back to the, well, I guess you're not in the premature right now, are you? You're gonna have to bring that back to the real world. I don't have to.
That's okay. I know that. There's new stuff that I can decide to do now.
Oh.
If I wanted to make something sleep.
Yeah.
I could do it on you. I don't know if that would help. And I know that this next one is a sensitive topic. I could maybe do it on it.
Make a charisma check, not a saving throw, just a check.
Okay. That's a 8.
As you say that, all of the body parts tense as much as possible. You feel under your feet the muscles just wrench tight, and then loosen and keep floating by.
Cool.
I would appreciate the sleep if it worked. I don't like the idea of interacting with, maybe I'm not saying if it would or wouldn't work. I just don't think it's worth it to try.
Okay. Not tonight.
Okay.
Not tonight. I'm so happy to see you.
Thank you, Marcus. I've been practicing my spells, and she reaches back again and can't find that thing she's looking for. It's been harder without you all here. Madigan's trying to help, but our magics don't really click, and I can't seem to get a hold on any of her spells. Is it weird to say I don't like how quiet the paper is?
No, but I've had a different experience with my talking paper in that sometimes I enjoy when it is quiet and not saying things, but that might be because of our specific relationship.
I don't know. I just think that it could be, again, especially with you guys gone, it'd be nice to have something to bounce ideas off of. And when it's just me and a blank piece of paper, it's all a little too much.
When you wake up, when we get back, if you would like to talk to my book, you can. We also aren't really on speaking terms right now, so it might like having somebody to talk to.
What did you do?
Yelled at it for burning me and sending me to the worst place I've ever been.
Yeah.
Magic is complicated.
Yeah. I don't get how it's weird, I've kind of always had magic, and I've always been in a world that's had magic. And so it feels a little more natural to me. And there's gonna be some push and pull when you're working with stuff that you don't totally understand. And I don't understand a lot of the world because I haven't been here for very long. But yeah, magic's just another part of that same world.
Yeah. Would you rather rest or chat?
She looks around. This one, as much as it's aesthetically not pleasing, is better than most. And if you wouldn't mind, I think I'd like to chat.
Yeah. I think I just sit on this fucking arm then, like next to Welcome. I'm next to my fucking kid. And I think like one of the things that I think we would like to chat with is, and I think it's like there's a practical reason, but also like a innate kind of just wanting to reason of having a way that we can talk in this place that maybe not like doesn't have arms tensing every time I say maybe I could do something to the goo. But also just like in the way that language and communication is love, between two people. So I think this is the first of our days where we probably start creating the infernal language.
Yeah, absolutely. You just start practicing on whatever you have on you, and just coming up with new phrases and code names and different ways that you can hide your meaning, but also create new meaning with these new words. I think only thing that you would notice as you're just sitting here and watching the body parts move, the ones, a lot of them make contact and they feel each other and get everywhere on each other as much as the sense will allow them to. But then ones that would, so there's like the ones that are like the gray ashy skin, the ruddy red brown, that like cool blue. Let me see if there's other one that's more of like a shocking electric blue. But there's a pattern to all these eventually you see as they go. And the ones that would match with each other are almost magnetically repelled from each other. They like come close and then they push away, and they will like reach for each other, and they will try to touch, but they will inevitably be pushed away from each other, like they have some sort of negative attraction.
All right.
And yeah, all different sizes, but all of them huge. All of them you could stand on, ride on. Yeah.
And this is the last thing, and if you want me to roll Arcana or anything, feel free. Is this something that the goo is like putting out to us to be like to be unsettling and to fuck us up and fuck with us and stuff? Or is this like, because I can't help but think of the fact that like I made welcome out of body parts, that my notebook has asked for a vessel. Is there any way that like these dreams occasionally aren't just straight from the goo, it like is from another source, or no?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Can welcome help?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
That's a nat 20!
Oh my goodness! Every single episode, Riley. I think you get a nat 20 every single episode.
I try. The least I can do.
Something that Clio told you clicks in your head. And he would watch us with 1,000 eyes as we attempted to take form, to do as we were meant. It entertained him. Still he would not wake. And you start to think, as you watch these things try to come together and be pushed apart and match with what they are meant, are kind of designed to be matched with, but something keeps them from doing that. Something is pulling them apart. That this could be another origin that is trying to make itself, but is being prevented. That you are on right now. That you are within.
Shit. Cool. Okay. I will keep that in mind. Think that's it for me. I'll say no, I think that's it for me.
So you're on the arm with welcome. This one has tried to reach a couple different body parts, but has been unsuccessful each time. And you're mid-conversation when something in your head like snaps. And everything,
like in a good way?
Not in a painful way.
Okay.
And everything goes fuzzy. And welcome goes, Marcus, are you? And she waves her hand in front of your eyes, and as it does, you see like shadows following it, and like in literally like an RGB and like red, green, blue, like she's waving it in front of you. But you're having a hard time hearing her. And again, there's another snap as you are wrenched awake. And as the others, as Aemil and Clio and Avalon are pulled awake, Tybalt was right in that the magic of the realm of the Feywild that they do have some control over should have ushered you from fall straight until spring. But the celestial body that hangs over winter is a full moon. Fortunately, there is a wolf within the hen house. And that's where we're gonna call the episode.
Hey, what?